Being the fastest quarterback you've never seen. I'll be right back. There's no quicker way to get into DFS. Play Super Draft today and see for yourself.
We're behind. They're all fired up. What we got to do? First place, our defense has got to go out there and take the ball. Then when we get the ball, we got to have 11 people that's going to do their job and try to score every time you get the football. If we do that, we'll be all right. If we do that, we'll be all right.
Welcome, everyone, to the CTS Sports Room. Bama Smoke. Joey took the night off, so he left the fox in charge of the hen house. What could go wrong tonight? Well, there's a couple of things I was wanting to try tonight, but I was waiting on my guests to get here to see how it's going to work out. So meanwhile, I would like to hear from y'all. We just got a major commitment from wide receiver Jalen Hale from Texas. What do y'all think about him? Right now, they got him as a 4-star. Me personally, after watching his tape, this man's every bit of a 5-star receiver. There's no doubt in my mind. And he is going to fit so well. I mean, it's just amazing. It's killing me how we're going in. Saban's able to go into Texas and pick up these players. It's killing me. And the defensive lineman, Jordan, also coming down to join us. I cannot pronounce his name, y'all. I am sorry. It's Renaud. I mean, to me, I'm not sure which one is better. I really don't. But I know they're both great. And right now, let me go ahead and announce my guest to come on. This gentleman, you either love him or hate him. There's no in between. I've been bouncing these ideas around my head because this gentleman, he watched more film in a day than I do in a week. He keeps up with Alabama recruiting 24/7, very knowledgeable, and just the information he shares with me, I know he keeps up with it regularly. So without further ado, let me bring on the man himself, Mr. Brock.
Yes, sir. How you doing? I'm doing well. I just want to say, you took the words out of my mouth when it comes to this 4-star wide receiver, Jalen Hale. He's going to be a 5-star before the end of this year. He's fast. I think he runs like in the 40s, like a 4.2, 4.3. And yeah. So, and he's tall. Like, when like the DB goes up to try to steal the ball, I'm talking about he can snag that ball. He's got great hands. And also we needed this year for Alabama. You know what I mean? This is what we're missing. What's coming to Alabama next year is what we need this year. but we don't have it right now. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think Jalen Hale, you know, the reason why he committed to Alabama, he said because of Nick Saban, the coaching staff, and he just liked the environment, period. He just liked where Alabama sits, the campus and everything. He said good things about Alabama, and he's also said that he talked to Jameson Williams. You know, they play for Alabama. He talked to him, and Jameson told him, man, if you want to be drafted in the NFL, you need to go to Alabama. You know what I mean? So that played a big part in his recruitment, you know, to come to Alabama. And Jordan Renaud also committed to Alabama. He's from Texas too. So we had 2 Texas commits. And I'm going to be honest with you, Spencer, I didn't think that Alabama was going to get either one of these guys because of how the game was so close that Texas played like a really good game. So I was like, man, they're probably just going to go to Texas because they want to challenge Alabama next year, you know? But they both chose Alabama. So
help me out a little bit. How do you pronounce Jordan's last name?
Renaud.
Renaud.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say that, but I'm afraid I was going to butcher it too much. But I got to watch film on that man, and really, I'm not sure which one a better pickup because he's great on that defensive line in high school now.
Oh yeah, but I think Jalen Hale was a better pickup just because I love to see wide receivers, especially the ones that Alabama's gotten like Devontae Smith. It's just great, man, and I can see Jalen. He's a day one starter, Spencer. If you don't think he's a day one starter, you're gonna see he's a day one starter at Alabama.
The only problem I got with saying a day one starter is learning the scheme and being able to block. When you play for the University of Alabama, you have to be able to block downfield. So there's some things there that he's going to have to show before I can say he's a day one starter.
Well, I'm just going by what On 3 said. On 3, Alabama is tied. Bama Insider is On 3 now. So I watch a lot of that recruiting stuff, and I'm always keeping up with all the recruits that Alabama get. Like you said, I'll be on top of it. I'll let you know, just like I used to let KB know. I just let y'all know so y'all know the news. But I feel like he'd be a great receiver at Alabama, and I think Jordan Renaud will be a great defensive end. So Texas didn't like it, but hey, Nick Saban gets anybody he wants to out of Texas, out of Georgia. It don't matter. Alabama is still Alabama, Georgia fans. So if you're here and listening to me, you can hate me all you want, but as long as Nick Saban's the coach at Alabama, y'all gonna hate us till he leaves. Because guess what? Alabama ain't going nowhere for at least 8 more years.
Easily, if not more than that. The one thing that impressed me about Jalen coming on, because we already have Kobe Prentice and Isaiah Bonds.
Yep.
Both of these two are going to be outstanding by this year end. So now we're going to bring on Jalen to play with them next year. Dude, 2023 class is shaping up to be bad as hell. I mean, it's going to – oh, excuse me one second, y'all. I forgot to do this. I'm on this show, so I have to do this because there ain't no telling what's going to slip out of my mouth. But anyway, it's amazing. Everybody we've got, the running backs we got, the offensive line. We got some nasty guys we recruited for the 2023 class.
Right.
You know anything about them?
Spencer, I could barely hear you. I don't know if it's your mic covered up. Check it and see.
Let me check here, man. Let me bump this up a little bit more. How about now? Is that better?
It's still low. I don't know why it's like that. It wasn't like that. Now? Something happened.
I'm wide open now. What you got?
It's still low. I'm gonna jump out and come back in. Let me check.
All right, that's fine. little technical difficulties here. This is Bama Smoke, so you know he always has trouble over here. So let's see what happens now. How about now? Can you hear me better?
It's still low. I don't know why it's low.
I don't either. I'm full bars on the top up here, brother. I got everything I can.
It's got to be something on your end. I don't know what's going on.
You turned up all the way?
Yep. Mine's up.
All right. Well, I'll try to get a little bit closer. Is this better?
Yeah, but I could barely hear you. I had to be real close.
Okay, well, try this one out then. What can you say about the 2023 offensive line class we got coming in?
I think let's see, we got Olas, we got Wilkin Formby, we got Raymond Polito. Who else we got? Edric Hill. Is that
yes.
Yeah, I think he's Edric Hill. I can't think of all of them, but I know most of them.
Everything I've seen on them, brother, they're going to be nasty, man. I'm loving it. I got to rewatch their shows and shows their film study on them in high school. And these guys are just nasty. And that's what we've been missing on our offensive line is nasty.
I think Alabama's going to dominate with this class. I really do. And let me tell you something else. Malik Benson, that number one JUCO wide receiver, he's going to be a dog, man. He is a one and done, but let me tell you what. He is going to be his year at Alabama, you're going to see him turn up. I'm telling you, he's going to be a great player. And he's very fast. I think he's faster than Jalen Hale. But Jalen Hale, this is what I like about Jalen Hale. He high points the ball. You know what I mean? He goes up for the ball. He's a fighter. You know what I mean? That's what we need. And Alabama's wide receivers right now, they're not doing that. They're not like, it's like they don't even care. Like, you know what I'm saying? These guys, they got to get better, man. If they don't get better, we not going to be in the playoffs. We're not.
Now, I ain't going there now, brother. You know me. I believe to the bitter end. I don't throw the towel in. I believe to the bitter end. And the only thing I need to see is a little bit of improvement every game. So by the end of the year, we're going to be where we need to be. I ain't throwing in a towel on my tide.
Well, I think Bryce Young, he needs to tighten up a little bit because he's been off.
Well, he was off this last week. I'll give you that one.
He's been off. He's been off since the season started. Pretty much with the deep ball, he ain't hit nobody. So my thing is, I don't know what's gotten into him, but last year he was way better than did. I just hope he don't, you know. I don't want to see him go off and have I don't know, some kind of spell on him or something, man. From Georgia beating him last year. That's what Georgia fans were saying to me. Oh, Bryce Young ain't good no more. What happened? He's throwing interceptions. I mean, he's underthrowing the ball and jump. He shouldn't be doing that.
Give him time. We still worked on the offensive line also. So he's still getting pressure that he shouldn't be getting, and we all came into this season thinking that our offensive line was going to be better than it was last year, which it is a little bit, but we're not jailed yet. We ain't got the right people in place playing together as a unit. We have good individual people, but you have to have a complete unit up there to be able to block and give time. And I will also say this. I love my Bryce. I love him a lot. He is holding on the ball just a little bit too long. I think he's wanting to make the big play too much. He ain't taking the chip down. And when it's wide open, he ain't running at all. I mean, he did a little bit. But, I mean, it's like it's right there. But, I mean, I appreciate him looking downfield. I do. And I do understand that first game there's a lot of drop balls. A lot of drop balls that hit him in the hand. And granted, we're not getting good separation right now. So that's some of the
Well,
things I'm looking forward against Vandy to see getting improved.
Right, but you know that pass where Ja'Cory Brooks, he threw it to Ja'Cory Brooks last week when they played ULM, and it bounced off his chest, and the ball was through a little bit behind him, but he still should have came up with that catch.
I
don't think that was Bryce Young's fault. I don't hold him that too much at fault on that one, but that deep ball he tried to throw, he very underthrew that.
He did, but the one he was throwing to Gibbs, if you rewatch it, I think there was a miscommunication between him and Gibbs. I think it was supposed to be at the line, because if you watched how Gibbs ran over and before Gibbs turned and was going to go, he would have had him beat deep. But as he was running to that corner by the sticks, the ball came out already. It was out before he even turned. So he was, Bryce was expecting him to turn back shoulder, turn and catch the ball at the sticks. And I really believe that, because Gibbs turned and blew by the guy, but the guy saw the ball because it was there and he intercepted it. I just think that was miscommunication. I really do.
Yeah, I just think this week we're going to see Bryce kind of picked the offense up a little bit, because I don't think he's really been trying, like trying to show out as much, because these games ain't really a challenge for us. That Texas game was, but I don't think he was really trying. ULM, they scored a touchdown. I don't know how the heck we let them score that touchdown. That was weird. I was like, come on, man, we could skunk these guys, man. Our defense was on their heels, though. I'll tell you that.
Yep. That's, I am proud that we're finally starting to turn our head around. But the problem we're doing now, when we're finally turning our head around looking for the ball, we're keeping a hold of the jersey of the receiver and getting a penalty.
Or the doggone face mask.
Instead of just putting, laying a hand up there, we got a handful. It's like, oh, Lord, we can't win for losing. But we're going to get better.
And I'm going to tell you, I'm sorry, but Kool-Aid McKinstry and Kyrie Jackson, they're just not that guy. They're not cornerbacks, man. They're not, no. I'm telling you, they're not. I don't put it.
I can't say that, brother. I can't say that. Now, do they need more time and more training? Yes. Kool-Aid, he was – I watched his film, man. He was so friggin' good in high school. It ain't even funny. But I think he just needs time to get our scheme. I think we need to dumb down our defense. I don't think we need to have so many schemes. I think we need to have about 5 basic sets. They call it, and you do your job. Just do your job in them 5 sets. And I think we'll be fine. We have the talent. I think there's just so many calls out there that the guys are getting twisted up and being in the wrong place, is what I'm saying. Because they're still young, man. They're still young.
Yep. And Aaron Anderson practiced this week, so we might see Aaron Anderson, the guy that he's a speedy receiver. He's from Louisiana. Like Shaz Preston, they all came from Louisiana. But I'm telling you, if we get JoJo Earl back, Tyler Harrell, Aaron Anderson, I'm telling you, for the Arkansas game, that we should win that game.
We should win it without them, brother. In my opinion.
Yep,
we have enough talent out there right now. We should win it without them, without no problem.
Yeah, but I just think we do need that one explosive wide receiver, because Jermaine Burton's not explosive.
No, he's not, but we didn't bring him on to be explosive. But the rest of them, like Law is a speedy receiver. We have a track team there, even with the young guys. We have a track team. Yep. It's just getting that separation. They don't know how to get that separation yet.
No, they don't. That's the problem.
That's where the coaching is going to have to come in.
Yep. And I just hope Bill O'Brien don't be there next year because I don't like his play calling. I'm sick of it, man. I'm seeing the dumbest play calls, even against ULM. I saw some dumb calls, man. I mean, we barely want to run the ball. Why we throw the ball so much? Can we get some running game? We got 5 running backs.
I think a lot of that has to do with our offensive line giving us the blocking too.
I think so too. I think that's why Bill O'Brien. Yeah.
Well, now I agree with you. Now I have to agree with you, Brock, that a lot of that play calling is unnecessary. It's too fancy. Yep. It's not been called at the wrong times, and he definitely needs to simplify the offense big time. That I will agree with you, but it all starts with the offensive line. If the offensive line is not given time for the running backs or Bryce, it don't matter. I mean,
but look, hey, I can't say too much about Bill O'Brien. He was there last year, and he got us to the national championship game. So I just want to say, I'm not blaming it all on him. But I think he throws the ball so much because our offensive line is not consistent enough, and they don't block good enough. So he don't want our running backs to get hit in the backfield every time, Or
go ahead.
Our O-line, we don't create enough holes, man, for our running backs. That's another problem we got. So I just think that's why he throws the ball so much. He's always throwing the ball when Bryce to always throw it. But last year, we could throw the ball and dominate. We over the top. We was dominating last year. Nobody could touch Alabama when Jamison Williams and John Mechie got the ball. It was over with. Them guys were very good.
Yeah, but he's one of them talents you don't run across very much either. Jamison was, because the only thing it took was for Bryce to look up, and he made that first cut within 5 yards, and he knew where he was going to be, and he was letting that ball go. And
Jamison he was gone. Right yeah,
but we don't have
Jamison, man. He's my favorite receiver. Him and Devontae Smith so far, man.
Yep.
And Julio Jones, man, them some Alabama boys right there, man. I'm telling you, you can't mess with them boys. And Jamison, man, I could say his routes were so dangerous. Like he just so shifty. He could just move you. Like he would break your ankles, man. I seen his feet. Like I'm like, dang, this man can really get out. Like when he did that little stop and go in the SEC championship, you remember how he went when Bryce Young hit him deep and for that touchdown at SEC championship last year?
Yep.
He did a little stop and go, like right in the middle of his route. He went, he stopped real fast and then he picked back up and he was gone, man. That doggone Kelly Ringo got smoked.
But back to what you was talking about, O'Brien there and his play calling, throwing the ball too much. When your offensive line is not giving you time to throw the ball, that's where you start calling slant routes. You dump it off to your tight ends, running back out of the backfield. That's where you start shortening your play calling to get the ball out in 1.5 to 2 seconds. You don't keep calling these 3 and 4 second plays that he don't have time to do. So he's running around back there with a chicken like his head cut off, and he's made some great throws when he wasn't even throwing off his back foot, but it still puts you in a bad situation when you're having to throw that way. So I wish
that's true.
I wish O'Brien would, when we ain't got the blocking, let's shorten the game down. Let's throw the middle of the field. Let's hit them tight ends. Quit just throwing that wide out to the side because everybody's caught on to it.
Yep.
So everybody's trying to run let's hit
Jahmyr
stopped.
Gibbs. They can't stop Jahmyr Gibbs. Whenever he gets out and lines up at wide receiver, he's dangerous. He can stretch the field too. So, like he did on Texas in that last drive. You seen how he caught that ball? He flew past that defensive end in the middle right there, and that's when we got down the field and kicked the field goal and won. And I gotta say, Ja'Cory Brooks, after Nick Saban saw him come up big and catch that ball when we was on that last drive against Texas, he came up with two or three big catches right there by the touchdown. And then they just wanted to keep the field goal and win it. But Ja'Cory Brooks, he needs to be on the field. He can create that separation. I seen him do it in the Texas game the other day. So I'm really high on Ja'Cory Brooks, and I think Kobe Prentice, he's still learning. He's gonna get better, but I guarantee you, Kobe Prentice next year, he's gonna be a dog.
That is true. All right, now answer me this: what do you think about our game against Vandy? Where do you want to see the most improvement at? Besides win the game, naturally we need to win the game, but where do you want to see improvement from?
Well, our offensive line. That's still the biggest thing. But I want to see some more. I want to see some running. I want to see our running backs, run the ball a little bit, and I also want to see some wide receivers get some separation this time. And I think they can, and I think they will. So, yeah, I mean, I don't want to see Bryce make no underthrown balls this time. So,
well, hopefully they'll catch it when he throws it to them this time. I've got on this one, last one, I was just hoping for one, and I just concentrated on the offensive line the whole game. I missed most of the game because I just watched an offensive line. I did see improvement there. So I would like to see even more improvement this time. Everybody getting a little bit better, getting the right people in place, people knowing how to, shut off blocks, share blocks, double team, the whole 9 yards, foot placement, hand placement. I want to see more improvement in that area. But also, like you were saying, I need to see better run blocking. I need to see these guys getting downfield, going to second level, and blocking for our running backs. And then when they do get stopped right there, a yard gang, I want to see them behind them, pushing them like we used to. Everybody, team effort, everybody jumps on and pushes that pile. So I like to see that. Our defensive backs, I would love to see a complete game out of them. I'm talking about being at the right places. If you get beat, you get beat. But play it properly. Turn that head around. No penalties.
Yeah.
Our penalties were better last time, so we need to do a better job on getting rid of these penalties this time.
Yeah.
And last but not least, I want to see our tight ends catch the ball. I need plays called for our tight ends.
Yeah, let's get some Amari Knobloch. The freshman that caught that touchdown last week. He's a mismatch, man. He is a mismatch on the field. But give him a chance out there, man. I'm telling you. Him and Latu, they will be great tight ends for Alabama this year.
But we got to get them in the playbook. If the plays got to get to them somehow, check down or something, because we're getting ready. Yep. This is our first game in the SEC, and we are very lucky it's not one of the powerhouses. I mean, I heard,
and we need to make a statement. We need to make a statement this game to start off the SEC. This week. We need to make that statement to let everybody know. Hey, Alabama. They putting in work. They gonna make it this year. Because some people are already down in Alabama. The rankings are coming out every week. Oh, they putting Alabama second, they putting Alabama third, and they putting Georgia first, right?
I ain't gonna lie about it. Georgia should be first right now. Right now, they are the best team playing. They should be number one. I don't think we should be number two, but I think we should be number three. We're not playing
Right.
the second best team. We're not showing we're the second best team in the nation right now, in my opinion. That's my opinion.
Nah, we barely showing we the third. We probably the damn fourth if you ask me.
There you go.
But
There you go.
I'm just gonna be real. We don't look that good this year. We don't. I thought we would look a little bit better, but I don't know. It's tougher than I thought it was gonna be. So, but I just think I'm telling you, Alabama's gonna have that 2023 class is gonna be so dominant, man. I've been saying this ever
Easy.
since.
Easy on that one. We've been saying this now for 3 years in a row. And I've been getting dogged out at the beginning of every year. When I start saying, hey, y'all, we did this last year. We start going to hold these coaches accountable. When we're going to do this, we say this is our best team. If he can't do it with this team, it ain't going to get done. Now we're going in 2023. We got another great recruiting class. We've had great recruiting classes. So be careful. There's no guarantee. It's going to depend on the coaching. Now, I'm sorry. I love Nick Saban. I love him to death. I think he's the best thing that's happened to Alabama since Bear Bryant. I won't deny that. But I also can't deny what I'm seeing on the field either. I can't.
Yeah, I think it falls on him as the head coach too. So, I mean, do I think he's getting too old to coach? Hell no, I don't.
No.
You know, I think he's good. You know, but I mean, maybe it's got something to do with him getting older. Maybe he's just not as good as he used to be. But he's still the GOAT. And he's still Nick Saban. So, I just think by the end of this year, Alabama is they're gonna have the team right. I believe that. I'm very confident in Nick Saban and the coaching staff. So,
and I'm still saying we're gonna go undefeated. They may not be pretty wins, but I still say we're gonna go undefeated.
I'm not gonna say I'm not saying we're going undefeated. I think we lose one game. And I think it's going to either be I don't know if I could say Ole Miss or I could say I know we're not losing to the damn Auburn. I can count that off right off the bat. But
yeah, they got major issues.
I think we're going to lose one game. And the reason why I'd rather lose one game than go undefeated, because it's called the wake-up call. When you lose a game, it does something to them players, man. I'm telling you. Just like Alabama lost last year,
right?
That one game against Texas A&M. And what did they do after that one game? They destroyed everybody else.
Well, not everybody. We did in the SEC. We did all the way up to the SEC.
Well, we did in Florida. We did in Florida, and we did in LSU. But we still won. That's all that matters.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We still won. Yep.
Now, I think Ole Miss scares me. I ain't gonna lie about it. Ole Miss scares me. They got trick plays. They got a great quarterback, good offensive line. Now their defense has taken a step back. What I've seen so far, I could be wrong. Just by what I've been seeing, they kind of took a step back. So that works in our favor.
Right. Oh yeah, our offense should take advantage of that. But I'm telling you, the Ole Miss running back Zach Evans that transferred to Ole Miss,
right?
He is a elite running back, and he is really good. And he can stretch the field. I'm telling you, he can get out. I'm telling you, our defense need to be ready for him because he is going to be on the field.
Speaking of that, since I ain't got to talk to you in a while, on our defense, I'm the front seven. I'm still not seeing the push up the middle like we're used to. What do you think is the problem there?
Well, I think I feel like, they're not, our defense is good, but they're not being, that dog. They're not having that dog mentality. You know what I'm saying? To, be aggressive. We need more. They need to be more aggressive, and I haven't seen that yet. And over the years that Alabama's, defensive players, they always had that dog mentality. They always, push them offensive linemen back. And I'm
Right.
not seeing that. We're not
Nope.
seeing that right now at Alabama.
And
And
the
I
other
think
thing, go ahead.
Henry
Go ahead.
To'oTo'o, I haven't seen him do hardly nothing. But Nick Saban loves that kid. He talks so good about him.
Well,
Every time they ask him, why is Henry To'oTo'o so unique? Why is he such a big leader for this Alabama defense? And Nick Saban said he is the smartest kid on defense, and he can read plays before they happen on defense, and he
right.
calls them out. So, I think that's why he's still there. As Nick Saban said, he's really smart.
Well, he is. I won't deny. I go back and when I rewatch the games, he is calling the right shift. He is putting the people in the right place. He's even putting himself in the right place, but he ain't making the tackle when he gets there. He'll shoot the right hole. He'll meet him in the backfield, and then he's laying on the ground, and the running back is still going.
I haven't seen that so many doggone times. It's pitiful.
That's my point. He's making the right calls. He just ain't putting them on the ground. But like
in the national championship against Georgia last year, when Brock Bowers ran that doggone screen pass, they run that screen pass and made it a two possession game. That boy did not. He missed tackled all three of our defense players. Yep. Missed tackled Brock Bowers. Now that's bull crap, man.
Well, like our Godfather would tell you, and he ain't lying. We're having that issue all the way across our front line, and our great defensive ends. We got two great ones. Are getting back there, but they're trying to arm tackle instead of going through them. Right. I think Dallas was the last one that did a picture perfect tackle and got a penalty.
Right.
So I'm
gonna just say,
go ahead.
Like Marvin Constant said on over there, Stephen A. Smith and them, they always talking. They go, and Justin, Justin on the I forgot
Riley.
his show, but
Riley.
What I'm talking about. Yeah, well, Marvin Constant, he's always talking about Alabama. He can't stand Bill O'Brien. He said Bill O'Brien's a big problem for Alabama's offense. He said he's not the guy for Alabama offensive. But I'm gonna tell you what he said. He said Henry To'oTo'o needs to be on the bench. He said Henry To'oTo'o can't tackle a doggone fly. He said that kid, he might be smart. He said he might be, a good, call out, right. what they're doing or whatever on offense. But I'm gonna tell you, he said he cannot tackle. I seen him. He doesn't have that dog mentality. He doesn't hit. I haven't seen him lay nobody on the ground. I seen him jump on the damn pile. That's it. When they try to drag him down, I seen him do that in the Texas game. Man, what the heck is that crap? Jumping on top of a pile of players like that. That's not linebacker, man. I'm telling you, man. I seen better linebackers at Alabama, even in 2020. So, I've seen it in 2017. Alabama never missed tackles like this defense has.
All right, let me ask you this. Like I said, I'm catching up. Me and you hadn't talked in a while. So let me ask you this. Who would you rather be playing in that nose position on defense? DJ Dale or Otis?
Otis. Any day.
Right there we. And I love
DJ
DJ.
Dale hasn't. He when he's in the game, he doesn't do crap. He doesn't push. He doesn't have that physicality, man. He doesn't have that defensive mind to, no, look, we Alabama, man. We can't, you got to get some kind of aggressive, man. He's not aggressive. That's the
I agree.
problem.
But the only thing I can't figure out, and like I said, I try to get back and rewatch. I have my first opinion when I first see a game, and y'all all know,
Right.
My opinion, just like assholes, they all stink. But still,
Right.
when I rewatch
Right.
the game, I try to watch certain positions. And maybe an old lineman, I look at the old line, offense or defense, and the way that DJ's playing, his first move is straight up to keep anybody from coming forward, but he ain't pushing nobody backwards. So I don't know if that's a defensive scheme that he's just supposed to block up the middle. I mean, I don't know. I just know he ain't getting in the backfield, and Otis does. I do know that much.
Oh, Otis, when I seen him in the Utah State game, boy, I saw him bring that one dude down a couple times. I'm talking about he's got that dog.
Right.
He's got that. He's the player we need out there, man. DJ Dale, I'm sorry, you're not the guy, man. You might go to the NFL, get drafted this year. Good luck to you, but you don't deserve that spot. You don't deserve it.
Not at this time. Or that, or we're not developing right. One or the other.
I ain't gonna say Alabama ain't developing right, because
we've had such great coaches.
Yeah, I can't say Alabama don't develop right, because I tell you what, if Alabama didn't develop right, we damn sure wouldn't have the #1 class almost every year, and we damn sure wouldn't recruit. Nick Saban wouldn't recruit the way he does. That's all the kids talk about when they get recruited by Alabama or they commit to Alabama. They know that they gonna get the best. That Nick Saban's gonna get the best out of them. They know that they gonna get pushed, just like Justice Haynes said in his and when he committed to Alabama. He said, "I know Nick Saban's gonna push me to my limit, and he's gonna make me a dog at Alabama." So that these kids that committed to Alabama this year, I'm telling you, the way they talk, it is championship vibes for me, man. Because that doggone Justice Haynes, if you haven't seen his doggone when he played his first game against doggone what's the team in Alabama, dang, the one that
UAB?
No, not UAB, dang it,
Troy?
It's the one that played Peter Woods plays for. Oh crap.
It ain't that.
I'm trying to
it ain't that Georgia team Auburn you talking about, is it?
It's wait. It's dang it, I got it on the tip of my tongue, man. And also Tony Mitchell and Peter Woods plays for the team that I'm talking about. Somebody know in the comments. I know the team. I said it so many times. The name of the school. It's in Alabama, right there. It's not far from the campus at Alabama. Oh man, I cannot think of.
Anyway, go ahead. What was your point?
But anyways, Justice Haynes and the Richard Young, these guys are some real true dog running backs. I've seen their doggone tapes because I'm always on Twitter, checking and see what all the Alabama fans are talking about. But I'm telling you, these guys, you cannot arm tackle. These guys are going to be, I'm going to just say this. These boys going to be some Heisman running backs at Alabama. That's my That's my perspective. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think, you know. So I just want to see who's going to be the quarterback at Alabama next year. That's what because Spencer, we got so many quarterbacks in this room. And
Ooh, sweet ones too.
yes, I mean, to be honest, I want to see Ty Simpson because I'm a Ty Simpson fan. I'm really high on that kid. I think man, have you seen him throw the ball whenever he's running out to his right and he throws off his back foot like
Yeah,
Bryce Young
he has
does?
good delivery, but his
Oh my
decision
God, man.
his
He's
decision
got
making
arm
got to
talent.
improve. He does have
He
arm
is
talent.
good, man.
That 6
But
inches
Nick
between
Saban won't
here,
let
he can
him
get
throw the
better.
ball. He always lets him hand it off. So I guess he just got to learn and learn and learn till he gets it right, you know?
Right. Well, that's
But
I
I'm
guess
high on that kid.
that's one of the biggest issues we have on offense. Either they're making the giving the plays way too much of a challenge as far as scheming on it, or we have the lack of that 6 inch area between the ears. One or the other.
Right.
Something is
Yeah.
not clicking, and we're making stupid mistakes, but we are getting better at it. That's what
Right.
I'm seeing is the better. And that's what I want to see this weekend. Besides getting the win, I want to see improvement because next one's Arkansas. No, next
Yeah,
one's
it's a night
Texas.
game too. We
Yeah,
playing nights. Yep.
because
So
I want us to tear Texas out of frame. So I want us to get all this stuff handled ahead of time.
yeah, I want us to focus on what we need to get better at in this game and, and start like I'm not calling Vanderbilt trash because they are 3-1 right now, but they are a better team. And I was surprised Vanderbilt has won 3 games and only lost 1. Vanderbilt's usually terrible. And they don't start. I think it's been so long since they started out 3-1. It's been like 10 years or something. Probably longer than that.
Yes, sir. It's been a while.
But I want to just say this. I want to see Bryce Young throw to our wide receivers, and I want to see our receivers get separation. And that's not all I want. I want the offensive line to open the holes, get our running backs, our running game going, and get fired up because Arkansas is not going to be like Vanderbilt. They're going to come in, they're going to be ready to put Alabama out of the game as soon as they hit the field. So,
Well, yeah, everybody does. We get everybody's best game.
yep, that's what I hate. That's what I hate. Why Texas didn't play ULM as strong as they did again. And I'd be doggone if they would beat Alabama. 15 penalties on Alabama. 400 yards. And you know what? They still lost.
Not even close.
And
Not even
very
close,
close.
AJ. I am definitely no damn saint. I promise you that. And my mother would
Yep.
even testify that. Bless your heart, Mama. But she would tell you,
Yeah.
she'd come down from heaven and tell you that I ain't no damn saint.
Right.
All right.
I just
A couple more questions. We're going to slide out here a little bit early. Like I said, this was a last minute deal. I was having to drive back from Mobile, Alabama for a job, and I get the phone call from Joey going, "Hey, man, I got nobody to do the show." All right. Here I am. So
yeah.
I wanted to try
Right.
something. We just see how we go. And me and you'll talk later. I'd like to fine tune it a little bit on what my idea would be, and we'll see what we can do with it. But
Right.
my question for you on
Mhm.
kickoff returns and punt returns, who would you like to see doing them?
Brian Branch. And I would like to see Isaiah Bond and Jermaine Burton.
Why Jermaine Burton? He don't have the speed.
Well, Nick Saban, I'm saying because Nick Saban did say before the season started on one of his conferences, he's gonna be that Jermaine Burton was gonna, do some punt. I think it was kick. I don't know if it was punt or kick return, but he said Jermaine Burton can do punt and kick return. Uh, Isaiah Bond. I think Isaiah Bond because when he did run that ball, he they kicked it off and he ran, and then they called it. I think it was a flag on the play or something. But anyways, he almost was gone on his first run for punt return. So I'm telling you, but yeah, I think Brian Branch, he is pretty doggone fast. I didn't know he was that fast, but that sucker was gone last week.
So when JoJo comes back, you don't think he should be doing it?
Oh yeah, JoJo, I forgot about him. Yeah, JoJo. Now JoJo last year, he was the punt returner, I think. Kick return, punt return.
Right.
Yep. And
that man can break some ankles.
What about Tyler Harrell?
He's a speed demon, but I wouldn't want him doing kick return because I wouldn't want to take a chance of him getting hurt on a punt or a kick return at all. I'd want him flying down the field, catching them touchdowns. I mean, that's just me because we got too many good hands there that needs playing time.
Right.
That's just me personally. That's how I feel.
Yep.
All right, you got any last words before we slide up out of here, sir?
Well, I just want to say gonna handle business this Saturday, and we're gonna get ready for doggone Arkansas, and we're gonna be ready to fight. And I'm picking Alabama to win this game. Vanderbilt, I'm picking to win 52-6. I got Alabama covering the spread. I think it's 49 or something like that. And
not sure.
I hope we get our stuff together in this game and get ready to go on the road and play a good Arkansas team. So,
well, outstanding. Well, I just want to thank everybody in the chat line for showing up tonight. I do appreciate. I know it's an off night. I do apologize, but please tune in on Tuesday night. We may have a little bit of preaching going on Tuesday night because we just tell it like it is on the Four Horsemen. Yep. So I'm not sure if KB is going to be there or not. It depends on his scheduling, but I hope he's there so we can y'all get the full blown everything. But I thank everybody. Thank you, Brock, for coming on. And me and you will talk later. There's a couple of ideas I got rolling on my head for you, and I would just like to, bounce it off of you and see if it's something that might work or not.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, but thank everybody. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great evening, and I'll see y'all on Tuesday.
All right.